Out of nowhere, ladies and gentlemen, my single solitary viewer, anyone who might be part of the Flues crew, or wishes to be. Ooh, that's a lot of creepers over there. Welcome back to the Spice Lads SMP. This is day 2. Welcome to the stream, Thomas. As I could say, ciao. Yes, I'm not gonna push my Italian. I don't know that much Italian. I'm not gonna. not gonna force it. It's not gonna improve. Oops. Okay, so I died. In the interest of of revealing the truth, I have died twice since last night's stream, yesterday's stream. Both times falling in a ravine. One of them I was pushed by an angry Enderman that I decided I wanted the pearl and failed to get it, obviously. And so I've lost all my experience. Which I had 27 levels twice, so I was close to going and enchanting and all that kind of stuff. Not going to be happening today. Okay, there you go. Okay, I'm sorry. The TeamSpeak is loud, so I'm going to have to close it.
Disconnected.
All right, because the TeamSpeak keeps making this beeping sound. It's really annoying. All right, so especially since no one's talking to me in the TeamSpeak. So there you go. So online is I'm pretty well with her 17. I hope you're good as well, except for the fact that I just died, of course. So I'm a little bit surly on the inside, but it's part of SMP life. Dying is sometimes it happens. All right, so I'm gonna get the traveling to the Nether achievement, but I just realized I probably need a new chest in which I can dump stuff, and I also need to note my coordinates because I need to build a second portal. What am I doing? It's as if I'm a noob that is utterly unprepared for this. Okay. Which actually is what am I doing in my furnace? Why am I suddenly so bad? And I know what you're saying. Ciao, como esté? What como esté is going to be way too close to the Spanish como está, and it's going to confuse me forever. That's why I try not to go too much into those, because actually I will end up confusing or making my Spanish sound like my Italian way too much. You know, can't do that. That's not cool. People shouldn't be allowed to do that. So, unfortunately, I've been using a lot of unenchanted diamond picks. Because, yeah, that's life when you don't have levels to enchant. Yeah. You have to do it like that. You have to do it, but oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I have to note down my coordinates, lest Turley needs help. So the coordinates of the portal are -445, 150. All right. Let me do the exciting stuff of pulling out the calculator and calculating the coordinates before I head to the Nether for the first time. Check this out, how it's going to be exciting, because I'm going to basically tab out. Oh wait, I don't have to tab out if I calculate on my phone. Instead, I can do that. Okay, so we were saying 445 divided by 8. Well, that's going to be 55. Go, and 150 divided by 8. That's going to be 19. So we have exactly where we have to build the Nether portal that will hook up over here. Whing! And I should probably bring... Wow, Turley was slain by a wolf. That was, mistakes were made, weren't they, huh? And I notice I don't have arrows anymore. I'm out of arrows. Well, you know, I can't summon arrows out of nowhere. I just can't do it. So, here we go. Gonna have to go to the nether. And we have probably made it to Dita and Bobby's portal. So let's just go back through and to figure out that this is... Who the frick is this? I thought Dita and company were the first Skelly farm. Whose house is this? That's kind of a... I don't know whose house this is, but it's useful to know that I can easily come and enchant here. One day I will come and enchant here. Alright, so let's go to the proper coordinates then. Because this is actually pretty far away from where I should be. So I should be this way. I probably shouldn't be in the nether with my shaders. So I'm gonna get them all. Welcome to the stream. Whoops. Clicked on disconnect. So someone's already gone through over here. They've had to do stuffs, I guess. Did they make a staircase for me? No, they did not. That's very rude. That is rude. That's rude. Rudy. I need to go to minus 55, which shouldn't be that far. 19. 19 is all the way over here. Perhaps I should find my way over there instead. Alright. What can you do? I didn't choose this nether. This nether chose me. Where? Okay, they have the tunnel here, I see. Could have easily just... A little bit boring to dig in the netherrack. My apologies. I should have guessed that this would be a possibility, but we don't have to dig all that far anymore. Because we're close. We're close. We're 50 blocks away. So we don't have to dig all that much. Oh, well, look at that. How inconvenient. How massively inconvenient. Oh, actually, I went too far. Okay. Good, good. And... go. And then I go... up all the way to minus 55 in this direction. Okay. Hello, lava. I can make it. I believe in myself. Ain't this beautiful? Does this not look like, yes, this looks exactly like what it looks like. Plenty of other people have been here, is what it looks like. Okay, all the way to minus 55. Get rid of this plank. There you go, minus 55 is here. So this is going to be my portal. Right over here. We're going to build this. So, oops. I noticed the presence of another portal right over here. Or at least there used to be a portal right over here. Guess someone changed it. Yeah, there's no portal here. It's not hidden under the soul sand. Okay. So let's do it. I like to make my portals bigger because I'm more important than other people. Oh, there you go. Right. Let's open this. How are you doing, Brady Armstrong? Welcome to the stream. It's the Spice Lads SMP. A few just logged off. Shadow Apples was here moments before. And moments ago. And look who it is. Speaking of the devil himself, popping up in chat for the memes. So we're now in the Nether. We're now connected to the Nether, so that's groovy. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get smelting some of these netherrack so I can build a little thing around my portal. Beautiful. We're just gonna set that to smelt. Guess I might quite enough coal to smelt everything. Add coal to the furnaces, because you gotta. And then I'm gonna show you just quickly what my little base looks like so far. Because well, my day has been pretty pooped. It was going well, and then I died to an Enderman who pushed me off the ravine cliff. I was lighting up underneath my base. So here's what I have so far, and you can notice that you can sense a pattern that there's going to be a tower, and this tower is going to go rather high. This is not the end of it, but I ran out of materials, which I think you can expect to happen a few times on day one, right? Let's make this pop and bring back the shaders so that it looks even more impressive. And of course, high quality shaders because they look even better. Though, you know, during the night, what do you mean? What? You can't block with the sword because you're supposed to block with the shield. Thirdly, come on. Learn 1.12. Yeah, my base is coming along. Thank you very much for saying it looks awesome. It's too bad it's nighttime and it's raining and nobody on this server has beds. Actually, it would be difficult to ask 6 people to sleep at the same time. Hence why I like the plugin that we have on Cube Community SMP that allows one person to sleep, and that one person will bring back morning with sleeping. If Billy was still watching the stream, which he is not, then I could I could pressure him a little more. But I'm building this tower wing. There you go, with a minecart elevator That's a little bit buggy, but it still works. It's a lot. It's a lot faster than and less annoying than climbing a ladder the whole way up. And it's gonna keep going up and up and up and up. I'm gonna have to calculate exactly up to where, but I think it's gonna go like past 200, perhaps. Past 200, I would say. Or nearly at 200, but past 200 of height. So it's going to be a tall, tall tower. And I'm going to die several times while building it. Probably of fall damage, which is unfortunate for me, but it's a fact of life. All right, let's go back down a little bit, because I just noticed... Oh, I need to go up one level, actually. As I just noticed, I have some dirt here I need to remove. I don't need it. No, I don't need it no more. I don't need this no more. It looks ugly. But what I'd like right now is to go adventuring in the Nether. That's why I opened it a little bit, and go get some nethery stuff. You know, get some nether warts. Find a fortress. I know most of the fortresses that are nearby have already been explored on day 1. There's a lot of very, very, very spicy lads on the Spice Lads SMP, and they really wanted that Nether Fortress stuff ASAP. When I was not, I can't say I was in the same kind of hurry as they were. I could troll people on the server. I'd love to. Most of them, though, I don't know where they are. So that makes it difficult for now. Once, like, the server is a little more settled and I know where people are, it's going to be a little bit easier to prank and troll them. So far, I really only know where Bobzilla and Dita are. Options again, video settings, shaders. Go away, shaders. Go away. But right now, I actually don't really know where people are. So, can anyone go on the server? And the answer is no, it's a whitelisted server. You need to have specifically Shadow Apple's or Haven Hand's permission to join. And they're a little bit... they're shy little boys who... speaking of Haven Hand, here's the man logging on as I speak. And, yeah, as it turns out... you need his permission. Oh, what I should do, though, while I'm here... make a sign. Or two, just... there you go, so people know. Hello, Swim Tea, how you doing? 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 You know this, I'm clearly like a gifted Minecraft block player. Who else but a gifted genius of Minecraft would just step in in open flames like this in the nether? Like a moron. All right, let's look for a fortress. Where do you think I should look? I think I should go that way because it's a lot more inviting. Even though I bet there's a lot of people who have already been. Keep in mind, I don't have arrows, so this is going to be difficult. I have a bow, which is on my hotbar. And I don't have arrows. So I can't defend myself from ghasts, besides perhaps like making pillars or something. Oh, someone already bridged, so you can... this is explored territory, obviously. I should probably go in a completely different direction. One that looks like it's explored. This, like, nobody update this. This is like nightmare fuel. Nobody update that. These, oh my goodness. Like one of my legs just fell asleep under me. You know when it's filled with ants and you lose all sensation in your legs or whatever. It could be your arm because probably you slept on it or something. Usually that's what happens, but I was probably in a bad position in my here chair. All right, let's go off in a completely different direction where perhaps this is a very difficult question, Brady. What is my favorite recorded rounds? Because there's a lot that have very I think, well, WMC certainly is up there. Everyone's been everywhere. Yeah, maybe I could say simply WMC and get away with it. Would that be? Would that be? It's difficult because usually, you know, it's just seasons. You know, I've had some fun with seasons, and every recorded round has the potential of being a whole lot of fun. On every season, on any given season, any recorded round has the potential of being like super fun. Or just about any recorded round. Let's go with WMC. Everyone has explored everywhere already. They have no desire to keep things pretty. I can tell by the blocks that they went that way, so I can perhaps go a little more this way. Although, no, clearly everyone's been everywhere already. Clearly, wow, they have really explored this nether hardcore. I'd have to go probably extremely far in the nether to find something that is unexplored. I'm a little bit hesitant to do that. Hilton Quiver Season 9. Did I watch that one? I watched some Hilton Quiver. Was Season 9 the one where Edvin and Burning won? Was that Season 9? I can't remember by heart. My memory is terrible. Terrible. My memory is nowhere near as plentiful as my memory. Yes, I said memory. Is it in before Season 2? Could be. That one I didn't watch. I've never watched In Before. Not sure I even got the concept of In Before. Perhaps that's why I didn't watch it. But one of the reasons, like, I might not watch recorded rounds is because I'm too busy editing some myself. So what happens when you make a lot of videos or make a lot of streams is, unfortunately, that removes time away from you to watch other recorded rounds and streams. So you can only see a limited number of them. So I have to stop going south here. Should probably go east and west. Team of Mikhail, Speed, and Bigfoot. Ooh. That's a difficult team. A lot of PvP skill in one team. It actually doesn't matter who the fourth person is. It could be it could be anyone. It doesn't really matter, does it? When you have those three. Oh, this is a excellent failure of a someone fail like this at placing blocks. Okay. They didn't even need to go up either. Well, of course, yeah. I mean, I don't know why Michael likes to change his name that much. From Green Galaxy to Gren to Green GL to well, I guess it was meant to be pronounced Michael, but now everyone says Mikhail. Why am I this bad? I can do this. Oh boy. Ho ho. Well, I think in before is basically just in before, like or something else. I think that's what it stood for. Perhaps I misunderstood that aspect of it. Be the first thing I misunderstood in my life if I did not get that right. Okay, well I've obviously come to the right place. Ah! I don't have the means to defend myself against this villainous creature. I must depart post haste. Okay. Might be a really long time in the nether. Find stuff. This might be a long expedition. Yes, so that's what I think, Swimty. In before would be just in before. So the general idea is you'd have to do something before the rest, I guess. I don't know, I don't know. But I think that's what it went. That's always been, I figure. It was the basic meaning of in before. I reckon. That's what I reckon. You'd have to ask the organizers to be sure. Alright, since I have a lovely habit of dying to Enderman, try and kill this one. Because I don't have a strong will to live. Where is he? Where's this Enderman? Can't like go too far when there's a missing Enderman who's aggroed. No, I haven't talked to Engal in quite a while. It just happens like that, but like obviously as his channel's been growing and stuff, he's oh no. He's he's busy. He is busy. He is very popular now, as you might have noticed. Not just like popular like he used to be, but I mean really popular. Yay, Ender Pearl. All right. Well, that was an exercise. I hope I got the correct Enderman too, because otherwise there's another one out and about, being a little bit angry. Yeah, well, that Enderman can make me travel back in time, as well, in terms of allowing me to lose any levels I gain again. I only have 5 this time, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I had a good time with most Back in Time seasons. Not all. Back in Time season 2, was it? I think Back in Time season 2 was a little rougher. Gotta find a way over that ledge there. Oh, and KD decided to fall from a high place. I've done this before a few times. Is it easy to make intro music? Well, depends. Oftentimes it can take less time to compose and produce the intro music than, for example, making the intro itself. Like usually, in terms of hours spent, it takes longer to make artwork, like Cynical 4 or Season 1 of Cinema or Season 1 of Back in Time, for example. That all required, like, artwork, like making all the drawings of all the players, or like bit shapes. Like that's the longest time sink. That's the individual thing that takes the longest amount of time. But the music can take a while, and sometimes yeah, can take a while. The fastest thing to me is like putting things together in Vegas and editing, and that's the fastest part for the most part. Then again, I'm not as much of a perfectionist as other editors who really take way more time than I do, like Shut Up Brick or yeah, I think Shut Up Brick is an example of an editor that takes a lot more time than I do when he edits an intro, for really to get even all the little details right, whereas I tend not to focus much on the little detail work in editing. How many recorded rounds have I won? Boy. I don't know. At least 5. That's a minimum. I've won Desire twice. I've won WMC once, so that's 3. I've won Ameliorate, and I've won Determination, so we're already at 5. I've won Block Chaos, so that's 6. I won't count Phobia versus Cynical, because it's not really a recorded round. It's a recorded round clash. It's not the same thing. I think, am I missing something? I think that's it. Whose portal is this? See, you got people. They make portals, and then they don't say whose it is. Who am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know what portal this is? And gee, we're pretty far away. And this is just a random portal. Okay. What's happening? Oh, don't worry about it, Sumti. I can't speak English either. I think it's a well-known fact. Where can I go up? I guess over here. Curtly done left. Speaking of recorded rounds, what day is today? October 8th. Okay, so that because my next recorded round that's getting published actually starts on October 15th, with intro I think released October 13th. So in 5 days. That's the next one. There's been kind of a lull between like the last 3 that were at the same time and this one. Then there's going to be another one reasonably close behind that. But more recorded rounds are coming, of course, as you expect they would. Ooh, I almost decided to step into the lava. Step into the lava. Larva. Can we find a way? I enjoyed Ameliorate 4. Yeah, not lie. Possibly because I killed Fukano in that one. That was a long time coming because he killed me twice. He had killed me twice. And I had not responded in kind yet. It needed to happen. Sweet revenge had to happen at some point. And also, you know, it also meant that Lenboy's team killed Fukano. So while it wasn't Lenboy killing Fukano, it was yet again Lenboy's team killing Fukano. So of course, that curse would live on. Also, I guess important. I really like the out-of-orbit concept. It's really a wonderful ordered round idea, and obviously would lead to a lot of fun seasons, I think. Inevitably. Maybe not all. I guess sometimes try things or innovate, I guess. It doesn't always lead to perfect results. That's okay. Trying new things is important, and Out of Orbit certainly did that. Oh, no, Majora, why did you leave? Oh no, Majora, why did you join? Well, actually, we did want that. We did want Majora to join, I guess. For the memes. Okay, so I'm gonna drop down that block over there. Okay, finally. I have the staircase. It has been made. And the staircasing is not over. So one option I could have is to try to cross over there. I think that's the safest bet. And hold on, let me approve a comment. There you go. For the memes. Well, not to be fair with Mindcrack, not everyone curses. But Good certainly curses a lot, for example. But I don't think most of... most of the other ones don't curse all that much. And mind you, it's not like I never say a naughty word. And I've never promised I would never say a naughty word. I just try to not use them gratuitously. To me is the key. Like when you just swear all the time, you just dilute the meaning, or you can convey what you want to say without having to curse all the time. Like save it for when it matters. What I say. Ooh. But Mindcrack and Yogscast have been their popularity have been fading away. I don't know how well how's it Hermitcraft is doing. Are they doing okay? Ah. I think most of Hermitcraft is doing okay. I would imagine that's pretty much the only SMP that is doing extremely well in terms of views. I think otherwise you'd have to go to some modded SMP or other. I think like Harmony Hollow, which is a lot of fun. Okay. Let's see what we can find here, folks. Let's hope we can find something. First and foremost, but I feel like I'm in uncharted territory at this point, so I feel that much is a good sign. Except for the fact that there's no fortress anywhere. It's not really surprising at this point. I knew I had to go very far. I am assuming that they will do All Stars Season 4. Usually All Stars is like a one-time-a-year thing, right? So, of course, since Cynical has basically stopped existing, I no longer have... I don't know if I'm going to get invited to All Stars. At least All Stars Season 4. Maybe I'm going to be back for All Stars Season 5, perhaps. I don't know. It depends on when they do it. When it airs and all that kind of stuff. That is really what it all depends on. Yeah, I think Frostbreath still organizes All Stars, right? So I think that's the main person to most informed person on the status of All Stars. Is it status or status? Maybe it's both, depending on where you come from. I'm gonna grab this, I wish I had, what's it called? Silk Touch, which I don't on this server. Not yet. One day, maybe. But not right now. But I'm gonna need some glowstone at some point. At this moment, I'm actually doing fairly well with lighting my large base with torches. But one day I'm gonna need something stronger. So, danke schon. Danke schön. There you go. I mostly speak French. Like in day-to-day life, in IRL, I speak French. This has turned a lot into Fringlish over the last few years, which means I speak some weird dialect that is half English, half French. Quite often, it's just switching from one to the other, almost seamlessly, knowing that most people who are talked to just understand both languages and are very fluent with both. Like IRL, that's where I live. You know, that's generally the case. Everyone speaks both English and French, and so we often have a tendency to degenerate into a weird Fringlish, which is a mix of both. Okay, so I've lost Okay, I think we have found a fortress, and there's a slight chance that it has been unexplored. So I'm going to go straight to the loot area. Thank you very much. I don't need to go anywhere else. You could say a lot of people in Canada have learned both, but like, try to have. Majora is not very confident in his French, and neither is Dida, who is also Canadian. I don't know about Bobby. No, Bobby left actually. For now. So a lot of times when you feel like, oh, I'm never gonna go to Quebec. What am I ever gonna use French for? And you have no idea how useful it's ever gonna be, if at all. You have a tendency to really basically not pay attention much in class, or go into fire. Fire. Goodbye. Okay, so we got Blaze Rod. I'd rather like at least 4. Yeah, there's this weird double standard because, of course, like learning English in France, it's not the same thing. Obviously, because in France, you technically actually don't need English at all. But if you want to have a good future in terms of, you know, career opportunities and all that kind of stuff, like you'll be able to do business in the entire European Union if you know English and your language, right? So, if, for example, English and French, or if you're Dutch, English and Dutch, and you'll be able to speak with everyone. So basically, English has sort of become the main language to communicate across borders. For some reason, it just so happens that way. I guess perhaps because of how influential America became, despite the fact that it's on across the ocean. I'm gonna guess, but the reason for learning English is not the same thing, because, of course, in Canada, learning English is because everyone speaks English. Or, actually, that's not true. There's a lot of parts in Quebec where there's no need for English, and it's basically unilingual French. Especially in rural areas, that's often going to be the case, where a lot of people wonder why they would even bother with learning English, since they don't go to United States or Ontario or anything. English is a little simpler than French, yeah, as you know, obviously. French has a lot of, they reformed English, and they haven't reformed French in a long, long time. The l'Académie Française is kind of slow to make changes, if at all. So Major, you're saying like you're in, because Major is in a part of Canada, which is British Columbia. And in British Columbia, there's like parts where it's heavily, heavily Asian. There's been mass immigration near Vancouver and other areas where, yeah, you actually, there's parts in Vancouver where you need to know Chinese to be working in stores, because you have a lot of customers that will be Chinese and who don't know like any other language. You got to know the Chinese. And that raises the question: how you doing, Majojo? Why are you why are you watching the stream while you're on the server? Why are you not streaming yourself? What is going on, Majora? Majora. I don't know if that's the case, because you could be. Yep. I'm not exactly sure why it so happened that so many Asians and stuff moved to British Columbia. I couldn't say exactly why they did that, but it's a fact now of life in BC, especially the Greater Vancouver metropolitan area, where there's going to be more Chinese and such spoken than French, for example. So, in Majora's case, especially if he wanted to stay in that area, he'd probably be better off learning Chinese or Cantonese or something. One of the Chinese languages. Mandarin. No, probably not Mandarin. Just Cantonese, I guess, would be the go-to. And he'd probably have better employment chances locally, especially in retail or customer service in general, than he would if he learned French, even though there are Francophone communities in British Columbia. They do exist. Let me try and save inventory space. Doing this and sacrificing 2 ingots. Oh, I have one arrow now. I feel complete. I'm not gonna grab that many shovels though. Did I say shovels? I meant saddles. My goodness, I'm like Oh, great. Just said. I literally just said. Oui, ma famille, mes amis parlent français. My dad is actually an English Canadian who didn't speak French when I was born, but he learned French and speaks French now. So he's basically been assimilated in the other direction, and he gets extremely insulted because he has a thick English accent, and he gets extremely insulted when people start talking to him in English because you're saying his French sucks, which is not true because his vocabulary is extremely rich. His French is better than mine because he does a lot of crossword puzzles and stuff. So he has an extremely rich vocabulary of unknown French words that nobody uses, but he does. Although he has severe problems, like a lot of people who learn French from nowhere. Sheep raid! Wait, who's sheep? But man, do the raid. It is welcome, but I'm not sure who sheep is. Sheep gaming. Oh, there he goes. Welcome to the raid. Well, actually, the raid you've just led, sheep. And hey, be kind in turn and check out Sheep's channel if it's if it's something you'd like. If there's enough memes in there for you, maybe you'd like it. So I got 4 rods. I got some netherrack. I think I got what I came for in terms of fortresses. We're gonna need a closer fortress idea raid. Nice. Welcome, Jacob. Even if you're only temporarily raiding, still, it's all cool. It's all cool. It is idea. And of course, the polite thing to do, check out Idea's channel if you have the time. See if the content is up your alley. Perhaps it's going to allow you to discover a fresh new channel that is exactly what you've been looking for without ever knowing you were looking for it. All right, let's try to make our way home. I should probably grab some quartz as well. Majora raid! Of course, in return, what you absolutely want to do is check out Majora's channel and subscribe and bully him into making regular content. Bully Majora into, like, peer pressure him into making regular content. Make sure. What is Daniel complaining about this time? And of course, with this Frenchy raid, make sure you go to France and check out the French, and not just Paris. France is not just limited to Paris. There's other things in France than the Eiffel Tower. Trust me, believe me, there's a lot more. But also, of course, like, you gotta check out Paris too. It's kind of a must. And if you're there, and if you decide you like France, perhaps consider moving there. If it's to your liking. If you enjoy, si vous aimez le pays, quoi. But most importantly, it's important to bully Majora into making more content. Right, Majora? Make more content, Majora. Moral of the story. Wait, where did I come from? Where did I go? I guess from over here. There's really no other choice in this matter. I did stream yesterday, Saintly, so don't worry about it. This is just chill SMP stuff. You can watch like your Rocket League stream. I ain't forcing you. I only want people who want to watch me, not people who are forced to watch my stream. Though, if it was legally possible to force people to watch my stream, I might consider that option at some point, but not now. Today you're allowed to watch something else. Is it? Majora is like a skinny boy. he no thick. Like Majora is like a cute e-boy. Ah, no. I do what I want. Reminds me of the South Park episode where Cartman's on Maury. Anyway, I don't know why. I do what I want. Oh, definitely. Majora, obviously, is the perfect gentleman, obviously. And he's definitely the kind of beau women want to present to their parents, right? I mean, in that respect, I think young Majora would have the same ability as young Flusemaker had in his day. Whereas I'm an automatic parent pleaser. I was good at having a girlfriend's parents on my side. I was good at tricking them. I mean, giving the right impression. What is this, Red Panda? It's supplies. It's called Spice Lads SMP. I don't know if you're familiar with the evil Spice Lads. They're involved somehow in this mess of another fortress. Actually a slightly more convenient fortress that has probably been quite explored extensively. So I'm not find materials for bridge making. But I mean, all you have to do is take a selfie that Majora has posted on Twitter, and add the fact that it is a perfect. This is what a perfect male specimen looks like, and not even it's not even a meme. It's just accurate. It's just accurate. It's true. When you're that devilishly handsome, what happens? Oh, I thought I had to make a bridge, and it turns out I didn't. Awkward. Still having a few blocks to work with. Be helpful, no doubt. Hello, Kaz. Welcome to the stream. Now, Kaz will be able to tell everyone that indeed Majora is the perfect boyfriend material for his age group. Obviously, Majora is quite a catch. Is Majora blushing yet? Because I feel like he might have left the stream because he's like blushing too hard or something at this point, and he's no longer watching because he's hiding. How do I get mod on the stream? Well, it's people I trust that have shown up regularly. Like, for example, I trust Saintly, because Saintly's, well, is a longtime friend, obviously. So, like, viewers I see come up often enough in the chat, I feel I can trust with the mods. Though, it turns out, my viewers are so awesome, they almost never... Like, almost nobody has to be blocked or kicked or ejected or censored. That virtually never happens. And that's because you guys are so cool. And gals. So, I don't recall that that Kaz, for example, has ever had to moderate much of anything. Not that, she'd want to. I just gave her the mod wheel without her asking, without her consent. And I just did it. There you go. Take responsibility. It's on you. You have the hot potato. Now hold it. But yes, swipe right indeed, ladies. When Majora's profile pops up, you know it's the right thing to do. Okay, Majora guaranteed no longer listening to the stream. So that makes it funny. I should probably inform him that everyone... It's important that everyone on the SMP knows this. That this is the conclusion has been reached. Yeah, and, yeah. Everyone agrees on the SMP. I think it's just a fact. It's a cold, hard fact. That yep, there you go. Even Majora cannot deny the obvious truth. Oh. Tongue twisters be damned. So Majora is just blushing in silence. Huh? Is that he's being coy, which of course only like obviously raises the interests la gente féminine might have for him. I need an English word for la gente féminine. I always liked this, which I don't have a synonym in English. And I don't even know how to describe what's different about like just saying la gente féminine instead of women. Anyway, it's all fine. It's all fine. Let's try to find our way back to our portal, which is should be fairly close to here. And of course, I have one arrow. Let's make it count. Go. That made room for one gunpowder. Was not worth it. All right, can I spot my portal from here? I should be able to, right? Portal should be at...
I forgot the coordinates of my own portal.
That's my Clint Eastwood, my old Clint Eastwood. I don't know, that wasn't Clint Eastwood at all. A very, very old Canadian wrestler called Stu Hart.
Why don't you come into my dungeon? Stretch you.
That's, I didn't realize I could even do that voice. That's the first time I ever did that. And, of course, the problem is, like, who would even know who Stu Hart is at all? Like, it's just long deceased individual. I assume he's dead. If he's not, he's like 115 or something. Okay, I found the portal. Whee! Who put blocks on my portal? Yes, in the nether. Dare they? Not that it does anything, but, yeah. I am old, Brady. I'm old. I'm old enough to technically be Majora's dad. I could be Majora's dad. It is possible. Could I be... It would be unlikely that I'd be Sainther's dad, though. That's... I'd have to be like a teenage dad or something. Who wants that? Oops, oops. Yeah, I tried to not share my private life or anything from in real life into YouTube. So it's one of the conditions of my release. That's how. That's why I'm free. I'm a free man today. Today, I am a free man. Okay, let's see if I can make a little netherwort farm somewhere. Somewhere lovely. Oh, I know where. That's gonna be a place. I'm already okay. I won't. Is the shaders. I could be Ginger's dad. Also, I believe. But Ginger, no, Ginger is not that much younger than Painter. How old is Ginger? Ginger is like first year of university, freshman. So he's like 18, basically. Yeah. I could be his dad. To me, like, that'd be awful young to be a dad, but still. I could. I could. The seed is strong, if you know, like a Baratheon strong, the seed. If you know your Game of Thrones lore about King Robert. Okay. There you go. That's gonna grow. And we're gonna have some fun times with growing netherwart today. I think I did fix my mic issues, unless you can't hear me currently, Red Panda. It appears that my sound, the sound card was the problem. I think I fixed it. Like some stuff was loose in the hardware part of the sound card, and I hope I done fixed it. There's a chance I might have done not. In which case, I would hope that the Flu's crew in the chat would tell me, inform me that my mic is cutting out again, and that I need to get good. Of course, as you know, Spice Lads is a proud sponsor of this SMP. Wait, what did you not need to hear? Apparently you're not progressive enough? Like, you can tell it's Flu's Maker because he doesn't know what he did wrong. Okay. Why did I have the impression there was a creeper right behind me? I'm already at 19 levels? I didn't figure... Okay. Have some humility. Oh, right, talking about Robert Baratheon's seed. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, of course. Well, you know, I can always joke about my seed. I don't intend to intentionally have children. So, having... at least not at this moment. So I always can joke about the potency of my seed. As you can see over there, it's growing fine. Well, the seed is strong. Isn't practically what's it called? High Garden's motto, like growing strong. I mean, you can kind of translate that into you can make it dirty. You can make it dirty. Not that you need to make anything else in Game of Thrones dirty. I'm not sure that's necessary. But I before I alienate everyone who has never watched Game of Thrones or never read Game of Thrones, let me change the topic to this base again. Do I have required stone, or do I need to grind? Because if I need to grind, I might as well just try and visit other people where they're setting up. Yeah, I'd have to grind to build more. So I'm not going to do that. Thank you for tuning in, Brad Armstrong. I'm very grateful for your presence here today. You made the streaming experience better for everyone, so thank you. Let's go annoy Majora. Come on, Majora. Don't play coy. Not so far away. I need more carrots, though. Go on foods. Oh, that'll do. Hopefully that'll do. So we were saying... That way. Going to be that way. Apparently I do have a very specific type of building, and I too rarely deviate from it. That is actually accurate. Especially when I find if I don't plan ahead, then it's most likely gonna somewhat fall somewhere into my typical style. Like, you can tell if I'm not planning the build beforehand in creative or something, it's probably gonna come, and I'm gonna probably default to that style. That, I guess, subconsciously I just keep to. Because, you know, I've used different blocks and different textures that I've never combined before. Welcome to the stream, Grinjile Ninja. The Ultra Modern extension is actually on Cube Community SMP, not this one. This one is the Spice Lads SMP. So I'm basically in 2 vanilla SMPs at the same time. And I figured I would join this one because this one is Billy and Haven Hands. They're basically running this SMP. Shadow Apples and Haven Hand. Woo, ha, woo. And of course, there's a lot of people I know and would have fun with on this one, but in my experience, Billy and Haven Hands don't have a lot of they don't stick to SMP all that long. And most of the players who are on this SMP tend to be Hypixel UHCers now most of the time. And I think, you know, what happens with SMPs that have mostly SMP players is that it's going to be red hot for about a month. And then they're going to get a little bit bored and they're going to move on. Now, that's my experience. That doesn't mean that's actually going to be the case this time. Perhaps Spice Lads will actually going to be the next great, like, most active server of all time, because right now there's a lot of people active on Spice Lads SMP, more so than in the Cube community at this time. And so I'm glad to be there. It's a lot more interesting when there's a lot of people on the server, right? 6 people on the server. It's a lot more interesting. So I'm glad to be there. And of course I'll be logging on Cube Community as well, because back in the day when I was on Cube Community and not Cube Community, but Cubic Cauldron and Shatterheart, I can do both at the same time. I can do both. Ain't no thing. I can do both. But yes, the modern extension, and I've never really built much modern buildings. That's on the Cube Community, and it's a different SMP. That's a long story made short. Didn't Majora give these chords for his base? No, those are not the chords for his base. There's more to go. So that was, I don't know why there's so many torches there. I guess someone might set up at some point. I was looking around for Majora's base, and little did I know it's not there at all. I just assumed. Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how active the Spice Lads channel is. I think ultimately they're obviously going to be all more active on their own solo channels individually than they will be on the meme channel, so to speak. I feel. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that will change. I'm not in charge of things. Technically speaking, I'm not a Spice Lad. Because I'm too old, I guess, to be a lad in the first place. And here he is, the alpha male. The beauty incarnate, Majora. Look at this man. This is the ideal male form in a Jack or Daxter skin, because I don't remember which one is Jack and which one is Dax. Oh, the Mindcrack channel. Yes, more active. Well, Mindcrack flat out no longer exists, like the server, the SMP. Let's help Majora by mining some coal. I like areas like this. It's a good place for bases because it's fun. But like, there's gonna be so many mobs spawning everywhere, and he's gonna die to explosions and surprise creepers so many times. I'm surprised actually there aren't more mobs. Not exactly sure why Mindcrack died like such a hard death. But I guess it's to Hermitcraft's benefit, isn't it? I guess like the Mindcrackers still do some stuff, I imagine, because I did check the Reddit the other day, and I know that you know, Zisto, who I'm still subscribed to, uploads stuff, and I think yeah, I think most of them still do stuff. It's just that it's no longer what's hot and fresh and sexy in YouTube videos. XD, says Majora. See, this is how you get the women's. Say XD. Never heard of Mindcrack? Never heard of Mindcrack? You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Someone who is discovering, like, no, of course I'm not saying you, but I mean hypothetically, someone who's discovered the wonders of YouTube somewhat recently. Like, Mindcrack was popular in 2014, so, like, someone coming in, maybe 2015 as well, but someone coming in, like, into the YouTube verse in 2017, they'd be like, who the Mindcrack? Who dat? Who are these people? Why is Majora shaking his head? Ow. I'm helping. They did invent UHC. My water source, Majora! My water source, Majora. He killed my water source. Alright, in that case, let's do a hardcore critique of Majora's Castle. You need variety in block choices, Majora. Though, of course, you might... It's totally fair to lay out the structure first, and then do the detail work later. Majora used to be a cobble builder, and build only with cobble, or nearly. And now I'm the one building a mostly cobble structure, and he's the one who's switching to brick. Can you believe that? Ow. Can you believe that? Pop, 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 pop. So he's got this Helm's Deep type gates over here. And then that is all. Huh. There's this big staircase. Okay. Large staircase. Check. Like, don't pretend like you guys haven't busted the exploring rule. They've went so far past the prescribed borders. It's funny. Of course, I'm reading the game chat. Yeah. But the secret is you can't tell Haven Hand that so many people have completely disobeyed the don't explore past 2K rule. Hello? Traders are not happy with your armor there. I guess 18? What is going on with his armor? Is it the shaders? Is it the enchants? He's probably enchanted. And that's the enchant... Wow. This is not going to work. The enchants and the shaders are not going to work. Because this is a little bit distracting. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, there's no desert nearby. Ow, ow, ow. That wasn't me. It's Chippy Toothy. So there's a lot of shield flapping going on. In fairness, once my base will be secure and I don't need shields, I'll obviously remove because, you know. Let's feed MJ's cows have mostly been fed apparently. Ow, ow. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Should they add a viewer from each channel to the whitelist? That's a good question. That's not for me to decide. The difficulty, of course, is always that on a whitelisted server, you want to put people you trust, and of course, when you don't, like I figure, you know, you'd probably be a trustworthy guy. But sometimes, like the others, especially the owners of a server, where they have to ensure that like no one's going to be stealing or spleefing, or not spleefing, but griefing, stuff of that nature. They want a full control and only people that they personally trust to the list, and not like second-hand trusting. Like if Majora trusts you, no, that's not enough. It has to be Billy and Haven Hand who trust you. That's that. I need to give my seed to Majora. Don't quote that out of context. It's his seed. Algebra's here too. Okay, so obviously I need to. The shaders cannot handle enchants on armor. That is just wow. Let's see. Oh, can I use one? Done. Okay, this one's a lot better. So Sildur's is fine with enchants, except that I can't really see them, right? And you can barely see them. From afar, someone who's unenchanted, like if you're far enough away, there's no difference between Daniel and Majora. Needed to eat in Haven Hand's ear there. That was important. Have I ever thought of making an SMP? Well, I was the owner of Cubic Cauldron Season 2. So to speak, I was owner of an SMP for a while. Oh no, Shadow Apple's joined. Let's pretend we're polite. Why is there obsidian where? Where's the obsidian? Oh. I don't understand what's happening because I'm not smart enough. And I have to keep up with too many chats at the same time. And talk. So difficult. The So Majora's Place is the new downtown, I guess. Hmm. Got no your hoe. Majora is such a pimp. He no longer cares about his hoes. Billy does not seem to have responded very well to that kind request. All right, let's make our way home because I'm out of carrots. I'm out of food. Bad. Oh, I should have brought a saddle because the skeletal horse is over here. Pretty easy to ride, but I guess I feel that one from away from the Majojo. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. So the one of the issues I might find on this SMP in particular is that there's absolutely no. Hey, dude, chill. I don't have arrows. You can't attack me. I just said you can't attack me. I don't have arrows. All right. I'm gonna have to kill some cows along the way or something because I'm gonna get hungry. I'm gonna need foods. I need to supplement my diet because by wandering away from my base and no longer, since I'm traveling instead of building, I'm consuming a lot more food than I was prepared for. That is much sadness. No, no, I can't even remember by heart. Maidoza obviously is on the server, and he's died 25 times. I think that was he streamed most of those, mostly because he died in a what feels when you're used to 1.8. And you're not used to 1.12. It feels like a BS death, but it was not a BS death. It was a legit death, just bad at 1.12. And then he decided to hurl himself off a cliff 24 times out of rage. And so putting his total of deaths up to 25, something like that. But I think he'll be back. Dylan Bobby, Short Gamer, who else? Well, obviously you have the friendly folks listed here. Sneak Snag at some point should be logging on. He has not done so yet, but he's on the short list of players. I'd have to open the Joko is there. Who else? There's a lot of people. A lot of people. I forget. There's actually a high amount of people who should, in principle, play. Oh, I didn't know I had a skeletal horse nearby. Good to know. Could always go grab a saddle and just bring him back if he's not too terrible. I do have saddles. I do got them saddles. I don't know more people like who, but yeah. All suggestions for who should be added to the SMP, if they're interested, obviously. Some people, they don't feel like SMP, or SMP is not their bag, baby. That happens. Then, those suggestions, you have to harass Billy with those. Or Haven Hand. They're both like socially shy and wary of strangers, more so than average, I would say. Don't know if they've been burned or what. Why am I putting this here? Grab a saddle while I'm here, just to check if that horse is. And I'm gonna get to smelting some steaks. As I stow away these bricks. Oi, you're retracted. You're retracting way too many messages. I can't keep up with all the retractingness. Yeah, I would probably not hold my breath. I would be very surprised if viewers were let on the SMP. I think there's be a lot of occasions, especially when OpiaMC.net opens in when it's no longer in beta. Then there's going to be a lot of options and opportunities to come and play with the Spice Lads and company. Okay, let's see if this. Okay, first this horse has no energy and he's slow, but the horses. There's not a lot of horses in the region. But yeah, you can see the skeletal horses have been nerfed to have very little health now. They used to be stronger in previous versions, and now they're rather weak. This one is not too slow. I've seen worse. I've done seen worse. Let's go ahead and make this little dude a hole that he can stay in. Well, okay, granted, you may not like spam, but I mean, what I get is spam that says retracted message. So it still amounts to spam. It's the same thing, so to speak. Okay, I need a way to fix my food situation here. I need to improve my food situation on this server. Invite Tommy is, that might happen, I guess. I don't know. Tommy isn't a vanilla guy so much. I think Tommy has been, I've been told, Tommy is considering, bringing Project Awesome, the modded SMP, back. I think Tommy enjoys mods and stuff. So that might happen. I don't know if I'll be available to play Project Awesome DOS, but I think if Tommy were to SMP, I think that's what it would. That's what would happen. Welcome to the stream, Piano Plays, and of course, you know I won't ask the easy question of, "Do you play piano?" Because I you know, obviously that would be an insufferable question. So, what can I do? What can I do? I could lure some of the sheep that are nearby and put them in a hole and breed them using my wheat. Because I don't think there's any cows in the area, and I prefer to eat good old-fashioned steak. I might have to turn Kiwi on this one and start eating sheep instead. What do you think? Like, obviously, steak in Minecraft is the best meats. Is there cows near enough? I have to, like, stop sprinting and walk super slow now because, like, I'm getting lower and lower on food. Though I could go get mushroom stew in the nether. I could always do that. Welcome to the stream, Tinnick Nick and Alexa Reed. My day so far is okay. I have died twice on the server, as you can see. Now it's been long enough that I'm no longer salty. So my day is getting better, and now it's getting obviously much better now that you are here. That's a surefire way of making a good day even better. Or a bad day a little better. I did suggest the sheep last time, but that was obviously the sheep to put next to my bed on the other server, the Cube Community SMP, and that was, of course, for counting sheep purposes. No other motives involved at all. The clear. Ow. Okay, so I'm gonna round up some sheep around here using wheat. And I'm gonna dig a sheep hole. Is Chippy Toothy is in? Thank you. Chippy likes. Satyr can make fun of my building skills all he wants. It has received the Chippy Toothy seal of approval. So there. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, both Alexa and Red Panda, for your kind words. Thank you, Steak. All right, let's see. Can I grab some wheat and trick some sheep into following me? I'm gonna have to do this. I mean, yes, Majora is yeah. He's playing hard to get. Is what's happening. Yeah, I've actually had to rebuild numerous times. In fact. And I will. Oh no, I forgot one of the things I was looking for in my chesticles was a ladder. I need a ladder. I need a ladder. And I have a ladder here. Chippy Toothy on. Okay, so long as you don't, you know, so long as you don't, so long as there's enough to regrow. Whew. So let's hope this pen is going to be large enough to start, I guess. That's the goal. Have a sheep pen that is large enough to accommodate a population of sheep. Okay, come here. Come here. We'll call sheep, this alpha sheep, Beatrice. Or if you prefer, Beatrice. Go in this hole, Beatrice. There you go. And I need another one. Oh, I have to fetch them far away now, these sheep, huh? Is that what's happening? Chanting station? By which I mean locomotate faster than do it in all the versions of Minecraft, and now we're at 1.12. The moms are still amazingly stupid. That much has not changed. Okay. Get into the hole. Get into the hole. You will be named Gonzague. So that's Beatrice and Gonzague. And go ahead, chat. You can name the little one. That is definitely the whole plan. Digging the sheep a grave they can't escape is, yes, 100% the plan. 100%. Okay, so let's find that zombie I was hearing. Murder his face. Zombie. It allows me to grind some and one skeleton. Okay. Above. They're going to drive me crazy if they keep spawning in here. Oh, I'm getting closer. Okay, so they're definitely high up. Oh, there they are. There they are. This is definitely the hole. Whew. Totally did it. I found them. Yes, they could ask him, but I don't know if Mikhail has ever. I don't think he's ever actually shown interest in SMP, because SMP is not for everyone. Like, not everyone wants to make a farm and breed animals, and build a base, and so on. It's not for everybody. Not everyone's interested in that. So, of course, if they're bored in doing such things. Much flapping from Chippy Toothy. Did I miss a message? How much did he steal? 15? That's fair. 15 leather is not going to give you 15 bookshelves, though, Chippy Toothy. You actually need much more. Many, many more. Hey, oh. Look at who wandered in. He didn't want to leave the others. Come on. Come on, Bubba. I guess this one has become Bubba. There you go. They're trapped. And here is algebra. Algebra is probably by far the richest, and he's being like extremely zealous in obtaining all the diamonds. He's got, I believe, I haven't been to his base because I don't know where it is. It's kind of far. He's got the largest farm by far. I'm busy building stuff, and others are like busy making gigantic farms and becoming rich. That's what happens. Oh, and Zeiss, yeah. Rest in peace, Zeiss. I think I should make a second pit and collect pigs. They should invite Sid, but Sid is actually on the Cube Community SMP server. So he's I played a little bit with Sid, not on stream, but you know, on the Cube Community last Wednesday after our stream, across the time, because he had died in a cave, and I decided to try and help him get his stuff back. Unfortunately, it had despawned, but you know, I did help him a little bit, as much as I could. All right, there were pigs over there. I'm gonna try to. I should probably, while it's dark, I should probably dig the hole first. Is that? Yeah, that's a skelly. All right. He found a fast horse for himself. Obviously, algebra. This sheep is slow. And yeah, no, I will use the diamonds. I also have some diamonds down below my base that are not mined, like waiting for fortune and stuff. But SMP is not the same as UHC, so I will one day have full diamond armor, the way I do on Cube Community. But that's I only do level 30 enchants with the full bookshelves when we're on SMPs. That way, like, so I tried to not use any diamonds except for diamond picks for work and stuff, unless. Speaking of creepers, Majora decided to fall to one. Jailing is not being very kind here. So let's root for Jailing's death. How could he be? How could he rejoice at? Come on, come on. Why? Why do you? Why are you no longer like grass? Is that it? You don't like grass no more? Like I don't like this wheat. I am not into wheat no more. Okay, so he's into wheat again. No, he's not. I don't want to call him stupid, but this sheep is clearly it's got a needle missing out of his knitting kit, obviously. Not sure I want to like damage my sheep gene pool with this one, but why not? They're not going to be, once they're in the hole, they don't need brains anymore. There you go. Thank you. Okay, let's dig a pig pit. Pit, pardon me, for pig. For the piglets. Okay. Welcome to the stream, Mandogi. Mangodi. There you go. I'm never going to be able to say this with the proper German accent, so I'm not even going to try. But welcome to the stream. I'm happy you managed to tune by and hop by and say hello. Or specifically say hey. There you go. There you go. I certainly don't want a creeper to visit me while I'm inside this hole of doom. There you go. Want that creeper around here. So the creepers are always more difficult to kill in 1.12, especially a slightly laggy version of 1.12. That was close. Closer than I intended. Just mango, yes. You're correct. I should have remembered that. The completionist part in me always wants to get the full name right. Alright, so I need daytime. I definitely need daytime to lure the pigs to their permanent captivity. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna craft some bread with the remaining. You're on borrowed time, sheep. On borrowed time. And Ziff has joined. He was there yesterday. Okay, now daytime is coming. Let's get rid of the creepers. And let's lure sheep to their not sheep, but I mean pigs to their death. Oh, okay. Stay there then. I love the witches. Oh yeah, sweet potion of healing. Okay, it's not a UHC, so it's not that much of a win, but it's, you know, I didn't have to brew nothing. I didn't have to brew nothing. Who dat? right, let's go for them pigs. We had a pig yet. There you go. There's the pig. There's the pig. Can we get two at once? Two of the same carrot? That'd be nice. I could actually just go get a saddle and then craft just ride the pig. That'd be lovely. There should, like, pigs, there should be a way. You know what would be awesome? There should be a way to give, to make pigs into super mounts. Like, you take a saddle and you craft a special pig saddle by adding glowstone to it, for example. And, come on, come on. Come on. Okay, yes. Yes, my lovelies. Yes. I actually legit forget the full list of who's in the Spice Lads SMP. I forget the full list, man. I would, yeah, I'd have to open the Twitter chat or something. That everyone is in. Oh, look at those two skellies over there chilling under that tree. Remind me to go kill them and their faces. Because I need arrows. And I don't want to craft them with feathers. So welcome to the stream, Zedify. I sort of almost tried to answer your question. Kind of. Tried, kind of. Thank you, Jay Lang, for not destroying the environment of my swamp. Because swamp trees don't grow back as swamp trees; they just grow back as regular trees. There you go. Make babies. While you're all hot and bothered, make babies. Yeah, see a little piglet, a little pork chop. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna be able to eat in the future. I'm no longer worried about this. All right, for the full, because unfortunately sometimes they have their Twitter names, and I can only identify the people who are on the Spice Lads SMP by their Twitter names. And if their Twitter name is different from their IGN or something, and they're someone they're not my best bud or something, I don't know. Some people I have never actually talked to, like J-Lang or Zeiss. I've never, or Zyphalopagus. Never talked to. Ever. At any point. All right. So I'm what? Oh, actually, I can probably build one more floor. Okay. So I think I'm gonna try to build one more floor before I end the stream. I say this because, you know, it's getting closer and closer to supper time, and Flooz is getting closer and closer to very hungry. Cobblestone stairs, cobblestone this. Leave the cobblestone wall. I think that's the kit I need. There no. Apparently, I don't have any. I don't have any andesite left. Yes, I do have andesite left. Oh, actually, I have a lot of. Building materials. Excellent. How did I get into this SMP? Well, this one is run by Havenhand and the Shadow Apples, who have decided to log off again. So Shadow Apples, or Billy, I initially met Billy the first time on Shatterheart SMP, so he knows that I'm a bit of a builder, and that I'm not a full pro builder, just a bit of a builder. And that it's not you know that I'm interested in SMPs and I enjoy them. Whoops! I just miffed. I just messed up. I done messed up, boys. There was also one of these missing. Yes, there you go. Is thank you. And where you live, it's 2:18. I live in Montreal, Canada. So that's in the same time zone as New York City. If if you want to make things easy, just flat out the same time zone as New York City. Whoops. This. Do I have a new axe? Because I'm close to finishing this one off. Don't quote that out of context. Whoops, again. Hey. Okay. All what this. Let me go check what I did on the floor below here. Three high. Okay. How much I need? There you go. Getting out of the elevator is a little bit tricky, but it's still faster than a staircase. Yeah, Haven Hand's new name should be. It used to be. You used to know him as Sugar Puffs of all those famous RRs. But he has decided to change his IGN the same way Green Galaxy changed to Mikhail. Sugar Puffs changed to Haven Hand with a dash at the end. Go, and then we can finish. Or these. There you go. Trying to build this quickly, but this tower, I want a high tower. And there's of wonderful California, nice, lucky, for much better weather. Now every time I think of California, I think of GTA 5, and I'm like San Andreas, and that's how I visit California. I just pop up in Grand Theft Auto, and I just visit San Andreas. Californians have told me like they really tried and were fairly successful too at really conveying the spirit and feel and atmosphere of, especially, of course, the Los Angeles metropolitan area, and including the surrounding counties. Wait, that explains a lot? What explains a lot? Oh, yeah. The name change, yes. Yes, because it feels like, oh, this is some new person, Haven Hand. Who's that? I don't... Oh, it's Sugar Puffs. I see. Decided to use his real name. Docs himself. Ooh. Okay, there you go. There you go. Let's place them stairs that look going. Now, because I'm repeating the same pattern, almost or very similarly the same pattern, because I do make some variations to add variety, but it's mostly the same pattern. You end up kind of learning it by heart, and you can just start having a build recipe, and you start building faster as a result. I'm gonna need I probably should have gone. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go down. I'm gonna have to go down because I need to go get something. That something's called rails. I go get rails. There you go. Climbing back up is going to be a little bit annoying. But there you have it. That's life. That's life. I have to life I've chosen, my friends. Actually get rid of this as well. Now let's go back up. The question is, how am I going to get up to the final? I apologize for bringing the final countdown into this. I know you weren't expecting this type of awfulness to appear suddenly out of nowhere. Now I need one minecart. Bloop, bloop. Need to roll that somewhat into place. That's close enough. That's close enough, right? Oh, there you go. Wonderful, wunderbar. And from here, we start placing regular cobble in all these places, and we get to placing these. And that's how you build this structure, one floor at a time on the tower, and ultimately you're gonna basically reach the sky. Reach the sky. Okay, let me, full disclosure, let me explain why I want a tower. If you'll recall, or perhaps some of you have not seen it, but straight under me is actually a witch farm. A witch farm. So witch farms, to produce witches, need two things. They need the chunks, etc., to be as well lit up as you can have. And I'm gonna be lighting up the entire area extremely well, as much as I can. Slimes will still be able to spawn, which means it's not going to be a really efficient witch farm. I just want a little bit of a witch farm. I don't need it to be maximally efficient. That's not. I don't care about that, because I just want the witches to spawn and work while I just do my regular base stuff, and I don't have to do anything special. I don't have to go AFK or somewhere. I just do my regular base stuff, and then some witches are going to spawn, and they're going to give me some loot. Some sugar, some sticks, some bottles, some stuff, you know. But for that, I need to build 120 blocks roughly above the witch farm. So let's calculate roughly where the final floor needs to be, and let's say it's probably going to be at around Y190. So I need this tower to be double the height that it currently is. So it's going to be pretty high. And at the top, I'm going to build a larger floor where I can a few larger floors where I can do some stuff like enchanting and that kind of stuff. And so fun will be had. And hopefully I'll be able to get some loot from the witch farm, in quotes, while I just am AFK, or not even AFK, or just while I do my regular stuff. I don't need to do anything special. So if you're wondering where the witch farm is, here it is. Not the witch farm, but the witch hut. This is the witch hut. It's the roof of the witch hut. Right here. Whoops. There you go. It's still in its virginal state with the pot over there. Even has the little flower pot. But no witch is spawning at the moment because there's too many mobs loaded in other chunks, in the same chunk in other places. That's why I need I need the tower to be double the height of what it currently is. So what does it look like from the ground at night? One of the best views so far is this. But yeah, you see there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So right now, that's what it looks like. It's going to go double the height. So I think it might end up looking a little bit like an hourglass once it's done. I think that might happen. It's going to have that hourglass figure. Because I want the floors above to be larger because, you know, I want to be able to do stuff, obviously. So I think that's gonna be what's that's the plan for this build. It kind of looks somewhat like a fortress, like a castle, also somewhat like a monastery, because I think in here I'm gonna have gardens inside this inner courtyard, and I don't know how I'm gonna finish this. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna have probably inner courtyards on both sides, and perhaps I could relocate my farms of chickens and pigs and so on there. Perhaps I could do that. Perhaps I could move them there. I don't know. I don't think that... Do the passive mobs... do they count on the mob cap the same as hostile mobs? That I'm going to have to inquire. Because if that's the case, then I'm going to have to move these farms to a place that is... I don't know, 120 blocks away. And have just a building that is like way over there or something. So it can be like I don't want a fully efficient witch farm, because if I did that, obviously the build would be completely different. And to have a fully efficient witch farm, you want to stop slimes from spawning completely, because they can spawn even if there are torches sometimes, or at times. So you want to basically cover the whole thing with water or slabs to make sure like spawning is absolutely impossible. And that destroys the beauty of the area, right? And I want to keep the swamp alive. So I'll sacrifice efficiency on the farm, so to speak. Is Havenhand just passing by? I'm going to sacrifice efficiency for beauty, obviously. And I'll be honest, fully efficient witch farms, like we had on another Minecraft vanilla server, they actually drop so much stuff so fast. You become way richer than you actually need to be. you get way more glowstone and such than you'll ever need with a fully efficient witch farm. So I don't need to go that far. My personal needs are not that high, right? I'm not that greedy. But yeah, I'm gonna have to check if passive mobs counts on the mob cap. Okay, so as supper time approaches for me, I'm gonna have to stop the stream. As I usually say, once it's over 2 hours of streaming, as is the case at the moment. It's been over 2 hours of streaming, 2 hours and 15 minutes, and my mouth is starting to get dry, and it's becoming physically difficult to talk. And of course, you probably don't want me to go silent while streaming, so we're gonna end the stream, and I'm gonna pop back up on the server at some point. Possibly this evening after supper, just a little bit. I'm gonna probably add a few more floors. But the way I add the floors is exactly the same way that you just saw me build an entire floor in just a few minutes. Provided I have the materials, it's a pretty easy task. It's done pretty easy. And then I'll keep building. We'll keep building. There's a few things I need to figure out, like how do I make the roofs over here? They're going to need a little pointy roofs, but what's the material? This is like yet to be decided kind of stuff. I have to keep in mind. Oh, you can tell I'm losing my voice really, really bad. You have to keep in mind that the fire tick is on the server, so I don't know how wise it is to have exposed planks like this. But yeah, I guess, yeah, I don't usually ask to turn on notifications because usually, I don't know. I haven't had people necessarily with problems finding my episodes or being absent from the notification stream. But yes, of course, if you want to be sure you don't miss any of the live streams or see the episodes as soon as they're out, and that's important to you, then you should indeed turn on the notifications because that's the only way to know exactly when an episode arrives and be like among the first people around to watch it. But thank you very much for joining me on the stream. Whether you watch on the phone, or you watch on your computer, or you watch on your tablet, or you watch on your console, you could watch on your PlayStation or something. It doesn't matter where you watch. Thank you very much for watching and making the live chats special and interesting. It can't be done without you. And so thank you to you, my Flues crew. And thank you to Mango. Thank you to Tiniknik, for Alexa Reed, for Red Panda, for Kaz, to Saintly, and everyone else who has been viewing the chat and viewing the stream for the whole way through or just a few minutes. It's all good. Everyone's appreciated. Thank you, and I hope we can stream again soon. See you then.